Hey everyone! During today's play session, in the 11th episode of the Speedrun account, we will be using a new microphone. So tell me how you guys think it sounds and whether or not we should use this one from now on. Let's get straight into the games now.
Alright. Let's get a couple of games today. Let's do it. Alright, we have another 1465 rated opponent. Let's go for it. Let's go for another Banco Gambit, just like last week. And my opponent didn't go for it again. A lot of opponents don't like to go for it, it seems. It is a complicated opening, and not for the unsuspecting player. Hopefully he plays e4, give me a free pawn. I'll take those. I do like free pawns. My opponent does not give me a free pawn, which is very unfortunate. Should I just play d4 in this position, just try to gain space? Or let's just play pawn b6. Let's just put my bishop on a nice diagonal over here. And my other bishop's on the very nice diagonal. My opponent's bishops aren't on the best diagonals. Let's play a6, make sure the knight can't go anywhere annoying. Let's move the bishop back here so we can play queen c7 in the future. And these type of positions are, I think they're called hedgehog positions, in which you basically just have your pieces on these squares. Bishop here, bishop there, you put a pawn on d6 in the future. And it's quite comfortable for black. There's nothing to really worry about in these positions. I can play d5 now. You know, let's play d5. We're opening up the position, but these positions should be okay for me, if not better. Alright, let's take back with this, obviously. You don't want to get an isolated pawn for no reason. I can play knight here, trying to come over here. He can capture me, but that's okay with me. Because even though they're double pawns, I have an open b file for me to try to take advantage of these pawns over here. So he can try to take here, or perhaps I could have been captured back here, but I'm going to capture back with this pawn. He can capture back my queen over here. And then I'm going to use the b file, just like in the Banco, to take advantage of these pawns over here. Because look at how nice my bishops are lined up here. Also, I'll have the bishop here as well, which is very nice. Now, can I just play here and just block this piece forever and make it very sad? Looks to be the case. Yeah, I guess we will do it. Alright. We're making this rook in a sketchy position, let's say that. Alright, he captures there. We'll capture back, of course. Now, we can capture here just for fun, but I've shown you guys what happens whenever I do things for fun. Bad things happen. So let's not go for that. Alright, let's go for b5, just gain more space. We can move here just to be a little bit annoying. But does that even do anything? That's the real cue? Don't think so. If I play here, what if he plays pawn e4? So let's play here. If he wants to capture me, I'm down to capture back. If he wants to be annoying, we just move forward. Alright. Let's double up on this file over here. Now we move over here. As expected. Now my opponent plays here. They're trying to take advantage of the pin here, which is a little bit annoying, but we make do with what we have. Let's move this guy back here. If he wants to capture, I'm completely down with it. Down for this. Now we have this open B file for me to use now. Make sure there are no silly pins that are happening. Looks fine. Make sure there are no back rank mates as well. My opponent's going for this silly idea. These silly ideas generally don't work because I can always just play g6. Yeah. I'm not scared of any attack here. He just doesn't have enough pieces to attack me, so why should I be scared of them? Really is nothing to be scared of. Now the question is, where do I want to put this knight now? Where can I put it? This square is actually nice, so maybe I can play here, maybe go for some sacrifice over here potentially in the future. My bishop and knight are controlling all these important squares here, which is a plus for sure. Now I can play h5, just kick the knight. Let's kick the rook. might as well. He's probably trying to play this move over here, which I don't even think is a good move by him, but I could let him do it. Let us double up on this file over here, though I do allow bishop here. Is that annoying? Probably not. Actually, let's just move here. If we want, we can sacrifice here, which would be an interesting idea. Interesting. Yeah, let's go for it, actually. I want to go for this. Is this the best idea in the game? Probably not, but it is fun in this position, so might as well. Because now we can take advantage of a lot of like hanging pieces and everything, which is a plus for me. Now this move is a little bit annoying because he is trying to take advantage of my pawn. Alright, let's just move this guy over here, I guess. Just say, hey, if you take me, I can take over here. And there are no checkmates. I just need to play fast now. So again, if I don't talk too much, that's the reason why, because I'm trying to play fast. There's some pins happening here, which could be annoying for my opponent. Alright, let's attack this guy over here. Oops, well, I realized I blundered, but that's okay. Ugh. Making a lot of blunders recently, which is not the best thing that can happen. We should be able to win on time here. And we won on time. Now, was this the best execution by me? Probably not. Now, I want to actually check if there are any mistakes. There's one blunder, so obviously it's the rook takes b2 move. In fact, it's probably actually just winning the pawn. In fact, that's probably not that big of a mistake. Now, don't follow that technique, guys. That was just because I was running low on time. My opponent was running low on time, so we were both trying to go for some crazy stuff. Generally, not the best idea, but I knew I could just outblitz my opponent if things did go wrong there, so exactly what happened. Alright, let's do this maneuver over here. Just put this guy over here. By push, he can take, which is annoying. Let's just capture here, whatever. It's fine. And now we put our bishop here. Target that guy. Let's put a queen here. Now the question is, do we want to castle queenside or do we want to castle kingside? And I think the answer is we want to castle... Queenside is if we want to attack our opponent. Kingside is if we want to go for, well, let's attack our opponent here, actually. I want to do this. Now, do we sack the pawn? And the answer is, we did some fun stuff last game, and it apparently didn't work out. But, I'm down to do this. I'm down to go for this. Sacrifice material for compensation. Now, as many of you guys know, I'm not the best person at sacrificing material for compensation, but in positions like these, how can I deny such great potential? Alright, so here he's spending like knight c5, which is a little bit annoying. I don't want that to happen, so let's just move rook back to b2. Again, don't try these at home, but since these are blitz games, it's completely fine. Alright, he's attacking this pawn. Doing a good job defending. I guess, can I capture here? The answer is most definitely not. Alright, let's just move here. Getting out of the pin of the knight. Probably capture here. Probably. I mean, my opponent's opening up the position a little bit more for me, so this is actually beneficial. He'll probably capture here. No, he gives me this pawn, which is interesting. Now I get very nice squares for my knight. Not sure this was preferable for my opponent. This knight c4 moves very good. I get like a4, a5 coming up. Now I have to play rook b3 first because I don't want him to take on d3, obviously. I probably had queen c7 as well, to be honest. Queen c7 looks very strong since my opponent's dark squares are questionable, to say the least. Alright, let's move here. I mean, yeah, the dark squares are very weak in this position for my opponent. How are you going to stop checkmate? How are you going to stop like queen captures here and some sacrifices here? That's a real cue for my opponent here. Or is he just going to start running? Alright, he gives a free piece. Now, is the free piece... Should I just take it? It's probably some checkmate somewhere. But if it's a free piece, it's a free piece. Am I right? Alright, I can check first. Then king there. My queen's under attack. You know what? Straight pieces, straight pieces, straight pieces. Should be fine. And then we have knight d6 check. He has to like capture over here. We're up an entire rook. And we have lots of times to calculate. So we win this easily. Alright, we won that one. Let's do another 2 today. Alright, let's go for a Philidor. Let's hope we can go for a Philidor idea. Really like Philidors, as you guys know. As we climb higher and higher, I'm going to have to pay attention a lot more to the games instead of just focusing on talking to you guys. But it's always enjoyment trying to explain my ideas. Now, hopefully my opponent doesn't just disconnect here. I mean, if he disconnects, it's a free game, but no, it's in the board. Alright, 1500. Is this our first 1500 opponent? Not too sure. But this is fun. Philidor, Philidor, Philidor. Attacking e4, what are you gonna do? Good move to defend it, makes a lot of sense here. Alright, you play knight there, let's play e5. Well, these moves are not good because now you create another weakness for me to attack. Another weakness. Now do I capture back this way? Yep. Now do I capture back here? Yes, I do. And the question is, where is he going to capture back? He has to capture back with a... Ooh, if he captures back this, do I not just have this move over here? And the answer is most definitely yes, I do have this move over here. Now, you could say, oh, he got the bishop on e7, but that bishop on e7 is kind of garbage. Garbage, I tell you. And because it was garbage, its loss is not one that I really care about. Alright, let's play knight c5, attacking that queen, gaining tempo. I just need to develop my pieces and have a good time now. Now he moves back. Now, he's going to castle queenside, it seems, from what it looks like in this position. Alright. Now we capture with the queen, so we can defend d6 if we need to. Now the question is, ooh, can we just castle here? Do we need to protect d5? The answer is I think we need to protect d6 a little bit. Ooh, he's trying to force me to castle, which I'm down. I want to castle anyways, so this does not harm my position in any way, shape, or form. Alright, let's play here. Should I play f6? 6 is kind of one of those sketchy moves you really don't want to make. Now let's play here actually, just attack that queen. Tell the queen to go away. Alright, and now I guess we can come here, threatening fork, threatening this, and stopping knight f5, which is my opponent's threat here. Now opponent might just see knight takes c2, so then he might blunder the queen as I expected. This is one of the problems with people around 1500, they only see one of the threats. But they're good enough to see one of them, but they're just not good enough to see them all. So in this position, again, it's just completely winning for me. And we will just push our pawns to victory. Now, here's my piece of advice for you guys. As you guys can see, my opponent has 2 rooks over here. So the only way I can lose is back rank checkmate, so we just block it. We say, nope, no back rank checkmate for you, ha ha ha. There's no way you win. And if there's no way he can win, then all he can do is have despair. As we slowly march our pawns to victory. Slowly does it. Knight here, queen here. Just attacking that pawn, what you're gonna do about that? And the answer is nothing. There is nothing you're going to do about that because there is nothing you can do. So we just win the pawn here. And then if you try to win this pawn, I win your knight. Now you play here, I win your other pawn while defending my pawn, while attacking your pawn. So this is a benefit of having more pieces than your opponent. So here, let's just push. Your knight's kind of out of commission here. What's your knight doing? The answer is nothing. Let's just keep marching up the board. Let's attack his rook. say, hey, how are you going to defend your rook? And the answer is, of course you're not again. Well, I'm also defending this pawn. And so my opponent resigned. Let's do another one today. Hopefully we get another Philidor. I love my Philidor positions. As you can see, I'm much more comfortable playing these openings I'm familiar with than the openings I'm not. Which should always be the case for you guys. Study one opening you guys like. For me, it's the Philidor. For you, it doesn't have to be the Philidor. It could be any opening. And once you play the same opening 1,000 times, I bet you'll be better than most people. At that opening, that is. Now capturing here, as you guys can see, I pre-moved it. It's not the best move by my opponent. A lot of people do it. It's a mistake. Alright, I'm threatening knight takes here, and then bishop takes on c3, then take here. Now if I take here right now, he can take on e7, which is annoying, so we're not going to allow that. We're going to play like queen c7 ideas. Let's play b5, go for more space on the queen side. Let's go for a5. Just trying to trap his pieces. We just have a lot of space in this position. And generally not a bad idea to do that. Alright, he wants to pin my piece. We are okay with that. Let's go bishop here to attack f2. I guess. If he wants to capture here, that's fine. We take on f2. In between move. The strongest of moves. We have to play rook e8 just to defend e5 as well next move. I like my position. My opponent just moves back. Alright, now I can play like b5 though. b5, knight takes here. b5, queen, knight there though. So what if we play a4 first? Then bishop a2. Okay, let's just play rook e8. Just defend my pawn here. If he captures knight, then my piece is defending here. We're going to play h6 next move. Just threaten that bishop. Ask it where it wants to go. Make its final decision. And we just slowly gain the advantage. Our opponent doesn't seem to know what he's doing. In fact, we shouldn't. I don't think we should have played that, but that's okay. Because bishop's defending f2 now. Opponent's thinking. We do have a time advantage here. Alright, my opponent gives me free pawn. I do enjoy free pawns. A lot of people forget, oh no, it's not a free pawn here because of knight is hanging here. So let's play queen a7. If he plays, he plays that move. Well, the piece is actually hanging now because my queen's defending d7. And a lot of 1500, 1600, 1700s forget about the center pawns, which is why the Philidor is so potent against them. And so strong. So in this position over here, I have pretty good advantage because I gained the center pawn for free. We're also playing like rook d8 next move. As you can see, once you gain the center, you also have the queen side, and so it's just slowly you just dominate your opponent. Snapping turtle, I like to call it, because if your opponent is unaware, then that's when you strike. Now I think we can just take there, go for some discovered attacks. Everything's falling apart for my opponent here. Now he allows the discovered attack. I think we can take on h2, go for some windmill tactics. I think you guys know windmills. Have you guys seen them before? There are these super strong tactics. Now, this is questionable. Why didn't he just capture? You just wanted me to get a free h3 pawn, I guess? Don't know what type of strategy this is, but it's not the best one, I can assure you. Alright, so what are the ways I can lose? f7 potentially can be weak. My knight can be hanging. e5 can be hanging. So maybe we can play like knight c5 in the future. Now, maybe knight c5 now. Maybe a4. Just first block this file, then we can maybe pin his piece. We can play e5 actually as well. Though I want to make sure this pawn is protected, so you know what? At this point, rook e7 looks solid. I don't see any threats my opponent can make here. Just defend my pawn here and pawn there. My opponent's just gonna go into like what I call scam mode. He's just gonna try to trade off. He's just gonna try to scam me in every way possible. Now here I can play here, but what's the point? No need. My opponent's trying to move his knight somewhere. So let's move my knight over here. Ooh, he's trying to move his knight here actually. It's kind of annoying. So let's just capture there. Let's double up here. Make sure this doesn't happen. Solid thing is if he tries to go for this tactic, it doesn't quite work because my queen's defending f7. And he goes for it. Queen's defending f7, my friend. This very solid move, queen b6 to queen a7 from so many moves ago. Actually did a lot of things here, so alright, I believe we can just check, and our opponent has to block, and after he blocks, we checkmate. Alright, let's bring our pieces in. And we win the game. Alright, solid enough. Let's do one more game. Oh, hopefully we get another Philidor. We get one more Philidor. Philidor bullet galore. Nope. Again, it's one of these openings. Now, should I show a Budapest today, or should we try to get one Benko? I don't think we've ever shown a Benko. Oh, nope. This is a London defense. I'm going to show you a technique I use against London defense players. Because, London defense players generally only know one strat. I don't know if I've shown you guys this before, but I'm going to show you what I like to do against these guys. I'm going to go for this strategy called playing e5, playing e4. And the reason why this works is because a lot of people have no clue what they're doing. Just like in this position, they're just following this setup over here, and they don't actually think about why they're playing moves that they're playing, right? So in this position, I want to play like e4. So here I'm going to play this move. It's the scammy move. I'm just trying to take on b2, but I'm also trying to play pawn e4. So my opponent defends it, makes sense. To defend both moves, we defend d6. And if in case you guys haven't realized, this is a Philidor setup. Looks very much like one. Alright. My opponent's trying to scam me now. Let's not allow it. We're going to play this. We're going to go for some pawn storms on the queen side. And we also got rid of our pretty bad bishop there, which is a plus. Now here, I need to be careful. Can I play h6? Do I want to play h6? No, I have to play h6 here, I believe. Just say, go away, Mr. Knight. You're not winning h7. So he plays this move over here. Don't think it does much. It's because we can just capture and just play knight here. We have a very nice knight. He can check me if he wants, but checking is never good like that because you have to retreat your bishop anyways. We have f5 ideas. Like, we have a lot of ideas here. And if he lets me take this bishop, which is his better bishop, well then the situation here is quite good for me. Now I think I can just play f6 and life is good, no? Now I do have some light square weaknesses, but guess what? He doesn't have a light square bishop. So we can play bishop e6 next move, and life is good. Life is good indeed. Maybe plop our knight here, or bishop there. His bishop is kind of what I call in La La Land right now. I have no idea what it's doing there. Is it doing anything on g3? Probably not. You might try for f4 ideas, but these ideas are just bad because I can just play here. Now this idea is just even worse. It's just a free queen. Didn't think there would be a worse idea than that. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's game. Tell me what you think about the new mic. Do you guys like it? Do you guys think the old one is better? Tell me in the comment section below. And I'd love to hear your opinions, your questions, and your ideas. See you in the next video.